So today I'm gonna talk about this product, this Weimu DDR5 memory modules. These are Chinese brand. Yeah, these are the kind of memory you can buy on AliExpress. I know it's not really recommended to use this kind of type of memory, but you know, I just wanted to. I didn't really look for something expensive. You know, DDR5 is kind of ridiculous when it comes to cost anyway, so it could get really ridiculous even though there have been like price decrease, but still, you know, I didn't want to waste too much. This memory will eventually just go to my media server that I'm planning to upgrade. So yeah, and these come without heatsink. These modules are 8 GB each, so 16 in total. They run, there is no overclocking profile to this. It's just gonna run at 4800 mega transfers, because these, as I mentioned, these would go into a media server thingy, so there will be no overclocking of any sorts. That includes the memory, no XMP, DOCP, Expo, whatever you want to call it. There will be none of that. No turboing on the CPU, no hyper-threading, no nothing. I'm just gonna like disable every kind of turboing to conserve power, because this is supposed to be yeah, some low power machine that's gonna run 24 hours a day, 24/7 basically. So yeah, I mean, these are just, yeah, just some basic memory to just so the system could work, and I'm just hoping it's gonna work and gonna be stable with CPU. The CPU is gonna be the 8500G by AMD Ryzen 5, and the motherboard that I'm gonna use is a Gigabyte B650i. Now this one, yeah, mini ITX. So this one could be problematic. I mean, Gigabyte, you know, they're not really that. For me, they're not really that reliable, and they're kind of like on the cheap aspect of things. But as I said, I needed basic of everything. So yeah. Anyway, I also I didn't want to leave them without proper cooling or heatsink, so I also bought this, like the heatsink for DDR5. That's also a product that I bought on AliExpress. So yeah, I mean, I guess it could just work with that. So let me just unbox both of these things, and we'll take a closer look on how they look like and everything, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so here we go. I got this memory out, like it's still in the box itself, but it's just open, so we could just lift it up and take a closer look. Yeah, this is like your regular DDR5 PCB size. It's all black. It's pretty cool. Nothing on the back, but yeah, there are the chips over here. I don't know. I needed to take a closer look on what it is, but he gave you an option. The seller on AliExpress, it gives you an option to choose between SK Hynix, Micron, Samsung, and some other brand that I forgot the name for, but yeah, so I went with SK Hynix because I did a little research and I found out that Hynix, it works best with AMD. So yeah, so over here you can see 8 GB DDR5, 4800 mega transfers, megahertz, whatever, 1.1 voltage, and this is the part number. Yeah, CT, like, I wonder if it's like after crucial technology, like, yeah, because I know CT usually goes with crucial, so I wonder if it's like the same chip, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Like, I'm still gonna have to test it with my media server future build. Like, I'm gonna build it pretty soon, so it's not really like it's gonna be in the immediate future, let's just say that. So yeah, it's right there, all the parts. The motherboard, the CPU is already installed in that motherboard with a contact frame that I bought. And there is the cooler over there and some other module that's not important. So yeah, the memory was just the last piece that was missing. And the rest of the stuff is in that case already. I already have some other motherboard and CPU running in there, SoC motherboard that I'm gonna be replacing because it's too weak, and I needed something more extra juice, a little bit more extra. So yeah, and this was the only thing that I could do right now. I could have gotten something else maybe later on, but right now I had access to this, so that's what I got, and this would work. It would just work. So yeah. Anyway, I also got the cooler, the DDR5 cooler that I bought. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's gonna look pretty sick, like with this memories. Yeah, just imagine like, yeah, this is gonna look pretty good. It came with. It's not gonna be assembled on like that. There is like a thermal pad that I'm gonna be putting first and screws to secure it. So yeah, this is how it would go. But yeah, this is pretty sick, and I have another one for the second stick for memory. So yeah, it's just gonna be cool. So right now I'm just going to assemble this cooler first, and we'll take another look on how it looks like, because I know it's gonna look sick. So I'll just share it with you, and yeah, basically then I'm just gonna have to install this thing into the system. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today because I have some other things to do, but maybe tomorrow. No, maybe I could like just put it in the board and just test it real quick, because it only takes a few seconds. Really, it takes like a few minutes. It doesn't take too long. But the assembly into the case in the 304 over there, the Node 304. Yeah, this is the Fractal Design Node 304, by the way. If you're wondering about this case, just a classic NAS DIY NAS case, one of the OGs. So I just had it and used it. So yeah, I mean the assembly to the case, that's definitely gonna happen tomorrow. I don't have time for that today. But yeah, I mean I could throw it into the motherboard since it's out already and test. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so yeah, let me just assemble the cooler into the memories over here, the memory sticks, and yeah, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so I just installed the coolers on the memory, and yeah, at first glance it looks pretty good, but then you can see the thermal pad. I mean, I tried to make it as good as it looks, but I also had to make sure that I'm covering all the PCBs, the chips, you know, the electronic stuff, so it won't touch against this thing because it's metal. And over here it kind of looks worse because the thermal pad was kind of like getting out of control, so I had to like make do, you know, just to make sure that all the PCBs and the electronic components like transistors, capacitors, whatever this thing has on, is covered and not touching the metal directly. So yeah, I mean, it does look good. I mean, I don't really care about the thermal pad on here, and it doesn't matter. Just as long as it could work. I'll just have to make sure it's not covering the golden fingers over there. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's also going to be inside this case, the 304, so nobody's going to see this thing anyway. But I got to say, this thing looks pretty good. I just wanted to get like some cooler on it, and you know, just to make sure it gets enough. But I'm pretty sure, like, you know, I mean, it's DDR5. I don't know how this thing handles without coolers these days, because most of them do come with coolers. This is like, I did see like a few of them, like Kingston and Crucial, like having this without a cooler on it, heatsink on it. So yeah, but you know, I just wanted to make sure mine had heatsink. I wanted to cover all bases kind of stuff. So I got this. It didn't cost that much either. So yeah, the next step is gonna be to install this and test it. So I'm just gonna do it right now because I really want to see if this RAM works with this setup over here, the AMD and this processor, the B650 chipset, and that processor, the 4800G APU. So yeah, I really want to check it out. So really, I don't want to waste extra time for that. So yeah, let's do it right now, and I'll resume this video once it's installed and ready for the first boot. Oh, and also I did like a Q flash, like a BIOS Q flash, because this motherboard is new. It came new, so it's not used or anything. So it probably had the first BIOS release thingy. So I did the Q flash to update it to the latest version that this motherboard has currently. So I just I had to do it to make the processor works with this motherboard that way. So yeah, let's just see if that worked too. So yeah, if we get a first boot, that means that everything works, the memory and yeah. Anyway, I'll see you there. So this is the end result of the system that I was using, this memory that I showed you in the beginning of the video about the Weimu memory, DDR5, 8GB sticks, but I got 2, so it's 16 overall. It's running at 4800 mega transfers, and it's working beautifully. I haven't had any issues with that. It booted right away, right off the bat. No hiccups, no nothing. Didn't need to do anything to adjust it. Obviously not using any XMP or DOCP since the speeds, and I also didn't need any of those because as I mentioned, I don't need that for performance. I just need it to work. I just need it for the cheap price. Don't need it to like get me like high speeds for, you know, whatever it is, gaming. There is no gaming on this thing. It's just NAS, just media server or whatever. That's it. It's just gonna run and that's it. Anyway, it's working beautifully. 16GB. Over here on the loader that I'm running, the system that I'm running, it says 15GB for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's taking some of it for a reservation or something. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm just gonna close this video off because there isn't much to say about this anymore. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.